I never thought I was going to make a video about the coronavirus, but here we are, we can't ignore it anymore. So welcome to the unboxing, and today we're talking about the impact of the coronavirus on the tech industry. So as we know, the coronavirus started in China, and as we also know, China is the country where most of our tech stuff gets produced, like phones, tablets, computers. A lot of components come from China to Europe or America or anywhere else. And now with the coronavirus, everything came to a standstill and there are some big issues in tech world. So the biggest reason why the coronavirus has an impact on technology is because a lot of companies, a lot of factories are getting closed, and a lot of people who work, for example, in foreign countries for certain companies are not allowed to travel there, and they can't share their expertise, and some projects can't continue because of that. So all the corporate offices, manufacturing factories and retail stores in China of Apple, Samsung, Microsoft, Tesla and Google and some others as well have been closed. That's like a really big impact on the whole world, of course. That's only China, but from China comes America, from America comes Europe and all that way around, and then you get issues when you close stuff in China. So iPhones will probably be delayed, and AirPods as well, because the factories just have to remain closed because the virus is spreading so fast, and it's very dangerous, of course, to get more spread when you open companies, when you open factories where people get together, where people work together, and where one person can infect possibly 30 other persons. This thing, they also stopped ordering from Facebook, the Oculus Quest. I already have one at launch, but they stopped ordering these to be produced in China just because of the coronavirus as well. So if you're looking for an Oculus Quest, you're maybe gonna have a problem, a little bit of a situation in a couple of days or weeks. Asus, for example, also has a problem. We know you've been excited to get your hands on the ROG Phone 2, while we have had steady availability for long, but due to the disruption in supply chain caused by the prevailing situation in Asia, ROG Phone 2 will face a temporary shortage. Of course, it's for the well-being of the people, but for people who enjoy tech, who like tech, this can be a bit of an issue. The gamers are also impacted. For example, me, I really enjoy playing the Nintendo Switch, and I was looking forward to Outer Worlds, but now the release has been delayed. It should have been released, I think, by now, more or less, but it has been delayed until further notice. And that's the main thing that's coming back, the further notice. We don't know when the coronavirus will be controlled or when everything can resume like normal, and that's the big issue with this virus. So again, for example, the Outer Worlds is delayed because their offices are closed because of the corona outbreak. So just to show you that it's not only China that's infected, we all know that there are a lot of other countries infected as well with the coronavirus. For example, China has 97,000 people contaminated, and more than 2,000 people already died of the virus, which is terrible, of course. Russia only has 2 people contaminated, and then we have Iran and some other countries which are also very highly contaminated. United States only has 64 contaminations, which is great. So then the question comes in my head, like, do these other countries not have a very well health system? They probably don't, or they, like for example China, they didn't really say the virus broke out after, I think, 2 weeks. It was already spreading a lot, and then they were like, oh hey, we have a virus, but that was already like way too late. And that's typical of countries that don't really have a lot of freedom in speaking and stuff, because some doctor actually wanted to get the word out that there was a virus and they shut him up. So not a good job on that, China. You could have done a better job. But that's of course not really the topic we're talking about. We're talking about technology, but I just wanted to put it in the context. It's not only China. A lot of other countries are infected as well. I live in Belgium myself. We didn't have any infection so far. Well, we had one person coming back from a foreign country who was infected, but he was in quarantine. That's all fixed now. But in Belgium itself, there was no one contaminated who lived here at the moment right now and didn't come back from for example, a foreign country. So that's probably going to be the case in a couple of days that someone will be infected here in Belgium. So we'll have to look out for it and hope we don't get infected ourselves, of course. So not only companies and factories and other stuff are getting closed, but also events, of course. Big events like football games in Italy are getting suspended, and also the Facebook F8 event, which is the developer conference in San Jose, which got more than 5,000 visitors last year, is now cancelled because, yeah, of course, again, the coronavirus outbreak, and then we don't have the information they were going to give on the developers conference. So that's, again, a negative issue for the tech industry. One thing I find interesting, though, is that health organizations use social media to get information about the coronavirus to younger people. They, for example, joined TikTok to fight coronavirus misinformation, and they show people how they can protect themselves in a short video.
There are several measures you can adopt to protect yourself and others from getting the new coronavirus. A product like a gel with elbow like this, or use a tissue.
Right, so if you go to the website who.int, you get a lot of information on how to protect yourself, questions, travel advice, and situation reports as well. So globally there are 83,000 people contaminated, and there are already about 3,000 people who died from the virus. So it's a very dangerous virus, and I hope once it gets controlled, it's more like a flu virus, but it's a bit more contaminating and lethal as well, I think, and we don't have a solution for it yet, so that's the big issue, of course. So yeah, I know technology is a very small factor, but again, this just shows how big the impact of the coronavirus is on our world, on our community, on everything we do on a daily life. It's just crazy to see how big of an impact one thing can have on everything in the world. So we were not prepared for this, as you can see, and everything hit the fan as soon as it came out in China, and then yeah, we're all screwed now. But I hope it will get better in the future. We'll see what happens. But until that time, stay safe, wash your hands, don't cough in other people's faces, go away when someone's sick, and keep watching the unboxing. I don't think that the last thing will help, but yeah, alright. Let me know what you think. Did your country handle the situation well? I think mine, Belgium, as for now, handled it pretty well. They are very strict in policies about health and especially the corona right now. So I'm glad I live here. But did your country handle it well? I would like to know. Put it in the comment sections down below and let's have a discussion about that. Right, this was the unboxing. If you want to stay updated on the latest tech and other stuff from technology land and reviews and tips and stuff and other things and all that, just subscribe below. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, da, da.